video, so I figured we'll finish up with today. I messed up with a few little details, so I figured I might as well finish that up. I forgot to mention I added mushroom, which I grounded a little with my hands to put into the pot. And I added in a tiny bit of orange into the vegan pot, which I used this special tool right here, small spoon, to do the trick. That will be thrown away after I'm done with it, because it's plastic. It goes right to the trash can when I'm done. I don't keep plastic. As you can see, my stew is cooking very well. And I'll even show you the ingredients that are not known. You can kind of see the carrot and the potato and the onion skin. Let's see if I can get a clear view of the potato here. There. You can get a clear view of the carrot too. Now I added some pepper, some nice pepper to the dish. I needed some pepper because needed a little more spice to boost it. So let's see where I went with that. I know I put it somewhere proper. Well, not proper. I gotta put that in the cabinet. But you can see it's a chili pepper that's dried out. I just took a tip off of it and then started to split it into tiny little pieces. That is meant to help with the cooking process. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. Well, I was going to take a picture, but they don't want me to turn the camera around for some reason. Anyhow, I have just been doing the stew, making it, and enjoying a little bit of the day. I researched and looked at my stuff. I'm having some hope and gaining some form of connections. I'm still waiting for confirmation. I wish I had money to actually put into certain things, but until I do, I kind of broke. I'm trying here. It's just not easy. Life ain't easy right now. Nothing's been easy. Everyone thinks I have it easy. Sheesh. You would think. But no. Even with this $1,000 rental, it's still not easy. I mean, you're looking at the factor that I have to pay $1,000 just to rent this place, and that's all government money. So all the money that I get from the government goes into the rental. I don't even get a dime out of the money I get from them. And that's just because of my parents, because I was given 2 incompetent parents, which sucks. But there's nothing I can do about that. Point is, no matter what I ended up with, the point of the factor is I have to live and I have to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. Not that it's any bit of easy, because nothing's easy. I mean, I got this little desk area and this closet, but you want to know what the problem with this closet is? It's got the special area that I blocked. I was getting sick and tired of not being able to use it and not being able to get things packed away in here, so I got it packed. There's still work to be done, but otherwise decent, and all these are empty. They're all in a different container because I didn't need to have them. I eventually have to decide to get them on the web and sell them. The containers, not the movies. And there's all this. My clothes hanger. Still got to wash a batch of clothes. I'm trying here, but life is not simple, nor is it easy. I gathered stones over the years just because I love stones. I'm like a dragon. I'm addicted to that kind of stuff. Crystals, beautiful, colorful stones. I just can't help myself. I like natural and real. I don't go for anything fake, I can tell you that much. I got something from my sister that was nothing more than a piece of plastic that looks like a stone, And I tell you what I did with that thing. It's so out of sight up there that you can't even see it in the camera unless you really zoom in. But with the light outside, I doubt it would be easy. I hid that stone because as much as I love the thought, that thing is plastic. The thing it should have been done with that thing, found in a volcano. Or somewhere out of sight, out of mind. I don't much care for plastic at all. Not a plastic fan. The silverware was done by my mother, and the fact that we're broke, so do what we can. That's about it. But at this point, I'm about to buckle down and do a different type of job. My job. It's different. It's okay. It's something I have to go get a publisher for, but I might as well. I got so many things in my head, I might as well use them. Right? Might as well use it. I got things in my mind's eye. I can come up with a storyline. That's not a hard thing to do. I mean, the writing it part ain't gonna be easy, but getting it done is, well, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. And at this point, I'm about to start myself a book. What else can I do? Then I gotta get a publisher, and eventually I'll probably have to move all the way to California to deal with the publisher. Or maybe even, I don't know, where else would there be a possibility of moving? New York? Not that I want to go to both of those places, because I want to be out of the U.S. I don't want to have to move to some other location, but I might have to for a minute to make money. I just can't live like this. It's just too much. I mean, I got a stove that I have to remember to turn off, and I barely remember to turn any of these things off. I wish I wasn't living in a trailer. I wish I didn't have a toilet inside my bathroom. And you want to know why? Here's my shower, and here's the nasty. That's what I call nasty. That's for a different room. Not a bedroom, not a hallway room, nothing but a toilet room. It's meant to be a toilet room. Inside a toilet room. Its own little room, its own little cleaning area, and a sink right across. But not where all this is located. This is not where it's supposed to be at all. That thing shouldn't be in here. That's nasty. That's disgusting. That makes me want to vomit. So now you can kind of have an idea of how I despise toilets inside of a bathroom. The word bathroom doesn't even have the word toilet in the name, nor does it have the word privy or any other way you can explain it. It has a word bath. Bath. Meaning clean. Clean. Bath translated into adjective, basically explanation for what bath means, clarifies cleaning, meaning cleaning your body, cleaning yourself, cleaning, hygiene, not toilet, not nasties, not filth. I don't want that in my bathroom. That is not a perfect place for a toilet to be. It's nasty, it's gross, it's disgusting. I can't even stand having the lid up because of how disgusted I am. I can't put anything in there because it's got a toilet. So you got to worry about the toilet stench ending up at things. I have to keep so many things out. My closet is totally separate. That shouldn't have to be the thing. I should walk into a bathroom, have a closet door, open it, get to my clothes. Not have to worry about keeping clothes out of a toilet space because it's in my bath. I shouldn't have to worry about that. That's nasty. I know it's not the landlord's fault. He didn't create this place. But all I do know, whoever didn't know what they were doing when it comes to hygiene. Because that was nasty. I mean, back in the day, we knew exactly how to keep that out. You know what it was called? An outhouse, a privy. Those two words clarify. Separate from the bath. And when we had an outhouse, it was a shack. It wasn't that fancy. But the point is it wasn't in your bath. And that's where it belongs. Separate. Because that's nasty. Disgusting. Makes me want to vomit. But this beautiful stew makes me want to enjoy every bit of it. Because I love my stew. I love having it. I love making it. I love having stew. I mean, I'm not much of a cook, to say the least, but I know how to make a stew. I would just test to make sure everything is flavored just right. This time I didn't make it too sweet. How about that? Turned out just fine. Last time it was a little too sweet. I tried to minus on the sweet texture, and it definitely worked. Added enough salt so that really did the trick. Just needs more time to cook because it needs to break down the potatoes. Let's find out how well the potatoes have cooked. See if I still need time. Almost done. Now, this is how I lose weight. I eat a lot of spice and vitamins and nutrients, which helps. It's in a stew because it's liquid, and the soft things I put in it help dissolve better and turn into a form of liquid, so there's not much solid to have to worry about. And here's the measurement for my weight. Now, right now I got my pants on, so the weight's kind of a little extra. But you can kind of see. That shows you how much I've lost. I've been trying. And the decorum is a bit hard to do. It's not easy. I mean, I'm trying to get elements into space. I do a little magic work while I'm in here. Not that I want to be in here, and that's got to go up here. I know, I got to find a better solution for that, because that's not proper. I know. I'm tired of thinking of what to do next and doing those things. But I know I have to get to work on everything. I gather things for when I go to where I'm going. Because I'm going to use it towards a solution that I want to practice. But I need certain things that I don't have to take off my actual head. So I use the stuff that comes from my comb. So when I finally do the spell, I have enough already made that I don't have to use what's on my head. Try not to cut my hair. So I use the stuff that falls off. I call that the methodology. I'm just going to take a spoonful of it. So hard to wait for the stew. So hard to wait. It's a really good stew. That was good. It's hard. But yeah. I'll show you my board I did. It's a board I used to do my spells. I mean, yeah. Right here, it's got to get sanded. Here's got to get sanded to clean up the space because I did a lot of drawing trying to get this platform made. I actually had to take a wood thing to get into the grooves. But I gotta sand it down, cover it with a liquid, and then there's another thing I actually do with it that I'll bring back to the unit because it was supposed to be there from the get-go. So here's these. As you can see, it's my card deck. These right here I use on this board because I'm a SEAL, so I use it to do my work. But I am a little bit of a Wiccan added into there, so I'm a mix of a SEAL and a Wiccan. Though technically Wiccans are just practicing the art of magic, which is the art of wisdom. A different form of wisdom, but still wisdom. Because we still get many different forms of learning and studies and growth. Because that's what makes up a witch, or a Wiccan. Because it's all about learning. Yes, when it comes to Wicca, there's a lot of unique things that people take as odd or just weird. But the thing is, it's all part of how we manage what we are trying to achieve. Scientists use chemicals. We use, what is that called? We use ceremonies to perform certain aspects to amplify what we want to come to pass. Scientists use chemicals and DNA and other things to create their format to making that come to pass. We all have our way of getting what we want through unique methods. So we're not much different than a scientist or a bookworm. Because in the end of the day, it's about wisdom and connecting to your inner self, your inner power. So that's a little more in the spiritual sense. But the point is, it's a mixture of bookworm, scientist, spirituality. Put those together and you got yourself a Wiccan. Because we're wise. We're filled with so many aspects of knowledge and other things that allows us to do certain things. The SEAL part is just something I was born with. A gift from myself from the part of when we separated from the big ball of light. That big ball of light is no longer existing because when we separated, we took all cells from making that ball of light. Without us there would be no ball of light. But there would be pieces of it throughout the galaxy. So even if we separated and we're no longer big, we are still pieces of that ball that once existed. And everyone, even humans, are part of a unique part of it. Like a puzzle. Not every puzzle is the same. But it's still family no matter what. Because there's still certain aspects in that puzzle piece that connect to the other piece. Otherwise, it wouldn't really connect. So when I like to call the universe is a big puzzle. Because we're all unique and different, but we still connect together. So we may be different, and we may not be all the same, but we are all connected, no matter what. So even if we are different, we still are connected. I may be a piece of the SEAL line of it all. I may be part of the pieces of the SEAL, and that piece will connect to human. As more folk will connect to human, and so on and so on. Every piece connects. No matter what you look at, every piece connects into a big ball of light. Now, we can call the ball of light crystal. Connects in a big puzzle of a crystal, or a big ball of a tree, or something else. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the shape you imagine it. The point of what I'm making is that we all form a big piece of a puzzle. So every piece connects no matter the difference. So yeah, I may be a seal, but it don't matter. And I may be gay, but that doesn't matter. Because without me, the puzzle wouldn't even exist. Just like how many, if they weren't in existence, then the puzzle wouldn't exist. Because it takes all these pieces to make a big, beautiful puzzle. Without all those unique pieces, you wouldn't have a beauty. You would have a nightmare. So we all connect to a big piece. And that big piece is formed when we come together. So yeah, there's no God. It's just us. But hey, no big deal. At least we know we're brothers and sisters of different connections. And that we were once one. At least we know that, right? So when we know we're not alone, we know we have others. And we get to live a happier life because we're no longer one. We got our own minds, our own lives. We got the ability to be ourselves. That's always a good thing, right? I mean, I'm enjoying making stew. It's been fun. I'm just whipping it in and making my stew. So yeah, I enjoy being gay. I enjoy the attraction to men. Yeah, that's for sure. They are so hot and amazing, I tell you. I found one I'm hoping to get, but there's no guarantees. I can't guarantee anything. I can wish it, I can desire it, but don't make it true. That's the thing. No matter how much I want something, doesn't mean it's going to come to pass. All I can do is hope and wish on stars. And that's what I do. And someday, maybe. But right now, it's just out in the wind. Waiting for the first contact from him. Hopefully I might be able to add some money to it. Maybe even be able to get him to open up more if I point certain things out. Or maybe he'll run away. Either or, I want to make it easier for him to know that I know that I found locations of him, and the factor that there was one thing I wasn't ready to accept, but I told myself, you know what? It's mental, it's not actual physical, so I just have to learn to deal. Because if I want him, then I have to be willing to sacrifice for certain things. And him liking rap is one of them. He likes rap, so I need to be willing to compromise on the rap. And when I mean compromise, I mean because of my ears. They're super good. So it's got to be, not too loud, and maybe find a melody that works okay for both of us that he can get into the groove of. If not, then I'll figure out what I'm going to do to handle that. Maybe get some headsets or something, I don't know. Right now, I haven't even gotten to the fact of communing with him completely yet. All I can do is hope we can work out a solution that we can be together. But I don't know if we're going to be together. He hasn't really gave me much to go on, so it's keeping the hope alive. But I do know he gave me a lot from the beginning, which was enough to ensure it for a minute until he was willing to give me at least some form of communication because of how well we went. I mean, he was rushing and I got rushing, and we got on so fast that I think we may have went too fast. Because now we separated. Though I want not to be this way. I want him to contact me. I want him to say something. And he did. He didn't say anything, but he showed that there might be still hope. Because he looked at my profile, which I don't know if it was him or maybe it was the other one. Because there's two that have the same name. And I don't know. All I know is I'm tired of not having the answers to know if there is something there or not. It's like wanting to know if someone loves you or not. To know if you're not just following a path that's a fool's errand. And I don't want to be a fool. I really don't. But without an answer, I'm kind of stuck in the water here. I'm just waiting to figure it out. Hopefully, when I get the money to go into the account, maybe I can find out, you know. But right now, it's a fool's errand. And I'm still wondering what's going on. It's questions I want answered. Because being alone is not the way I want to live my life. I'm tired of being alone, tired of not having anyone. But I stay strong, I stay mighty, I get through it because I have to. And, you know, you do what you gotta do, right? Well, that's it for today. I will do something later, but for right now, I'm just gonna call it a day. Loves y'all, and have a good one. Enjoy your lives. Be gay and proud. Be bisexual and proud, whatever you are, and enjoy life.